Alright, this is Script Programming and I'm Ken Dewey. I record all my lectures, so if you miss something for some reason, they will be posted up there. I have a YouTube channel which I'll show you where that is. All my classes are up there, so you can even look at other classes, you can look at this class, you can see everything. And if you decide, like, you don't want to come to class someday, fine, you can just go up there and look at it. So everything I say will be up there, I hope. Alright, so this is script programming. Anyone new here to Rose State? One of you? Okay. Y'all know you have a Rose State email address? It's first dash, is it dash? First dash last at radar.rose.edu. You need to check that. I've probably emailed you a couple times already, haven't I? Some of you should have got something. Okay. That's the primary contact I have for you. So please check it. If something, I'm not going to be here, whatever, I will send you an email. I'm going to show you how to get into D2L real quickly, just in case you didn't know. You go to the main Rose State website, which will be changing soon. If you go to the bottom, you have a student login area. On the student login area, you have Desire to Learn, which is our online learning management system. You also have student email. If you don't know how to check your email, go to this help page and then log in. It's through Google now. You can have multiple Google addresses. I have my personal Google address, my Rose State Google address, my Park University Google address, my OSU Google address. You can have multiple. They're just sometimes a little bit tricky to get them to work. But definitely check your email, because that's the primary contact. Even if you go into the PeopleSoft system and put in a different email address, it still defaults to the Radar address. You can forward that. You can forward it to anywhere you feel like. You can even link them. If you got a different Google account, you can actually link them together. So a lot of stuff you can do. Alright. But this is your D2L page. If you don't know how to get in there, just read the little help instructions, and it's pretty simple. Actually, I'm going to log off here real quick. When you first go here, if you need help getting in, you need to reset your password. The links are right there on the left. Okay? I use a system called LastPass Password Manager. Anyone ever heard of that one? If you don't have something like that, you really need to get one, because it remembers all my passwords for me. My passwords are like 30 characters long, and they're all random. The cool thing is this program does it all for me. I don't have to manage them. I only have to remember one system password, and that's it. So if you've never heard of that and you're in the cybersecurity program, you'll LastPass.com. It's free. LastPass.com. It's free. I love it. It synchronizes all my computers. Like, I can add a new password here. Then when I go home, the new password's already at my home machine. It's already on my phone. And the reason I started using it is, most people's passwords suck. It's their dog's name or their mother's name or something, and they're short. The LastPass, you can tell it how long you want, like 30 characters with uppercase and lowercase and special and all this other stuff. No one's going to be able to break that. Now, the system password for LastPass, you do have to remember that one. But it's pretty nice. But it's called LastPass.com. I'll even show you where that's at. LastPass.com, there it is. It's free. Now, they do have a premium edition, which I have. It costs $1 a month, which isn't bad. But that's why it makes it work better for your mobile devices. But it worked fine without it. I mean, you don't need the premium version. But I'm one of those, if there's something free out there and you use it, you might want to pay them something. Because why would it be there if everybody was using the free version? So I tend to buy them. But nice software. It works with all your browsers. So, alright. So let's go back to this. This is script programming. I do not have the book. I'm assuming nobody has the book. Correct. Reason is we've changed the content of this course. This content is now Python and JavaScript, maybe. And we'll see about JavaScript. The reason we changed it is we have what's called an advisory committee, where we have a bunch of people from the industry meet with us once a year. We tell them what we're doing. They tell us what they want. The number one language requested by anybody is Python. So if everybody wants Python, then why are we teaching Python? So that's where we try to do what they ask for. So that's where it's at. Now, You can, now I put the ISBN up here. There's like 3 different ISBNs. I should have my book in a day or so. But there's the ISBN number for it. In the meantime, I'm going to use it off of CourseSmart, but before I even do that, I did, under the content for this class, under Chapter 1, I did put the entire Chapter 1 up there. I might be nice and put the rest of them up there too. Problem is I got to print them 10 pages at a time, which sucks. And the printing really sucks. But I did put the first chapter up there. I can promise you at least the second chapter. It just takes a long time for me to put them up there because it's literally 10 pages at a time, and it's just a pain in the butt. Okay, but they are there. So, since the book wasn't required for this course, I'm kind of okay if you just want to use the ones I put up there. So it's up to you. But some people like books for reference, so if you want to buy it, you can. Okay. If you want to rent it, you go to CourseSmart.com. That's where all the digital textbooks are. Like, if I go to sign in here, watch this, I'll show you. See, LastPass automatically knows the site I'm at, automatically puts in my username and password. It's handy. And I will show you the book. Okay, here's the book. It's $74 here for rent. I think you can get on Amazon for $54. Yeah, didn't we look at that earlier? I think it was like $54. So if you want to get it, that's fine. Is this the best book out there? I would say no. But there's no great ones. I mean, Python is a very popular language, but there's just not a lot of course materials for it. The slides are terrible. Very, very, very bad. Okay? But here's what the cover looks like. You'll see it. Well, you saw the cover on the other page. But this is the book here. The ISBN number, there's like 3 of them. It says use this number, but there's this number, and then there's this number. I don't have a clue which. I guess that top number is the right number. That's the one I put on the main course page. Not sure if that's the same one I put on the syllabus. But they're all the same book. I don't know why it has 3 different numbers. Since I don't actually have the book, I can't read it off the back to tell you what it is. Okay? But decent book. It is from Jones and Bartlett Publishing. And we're going to go through it. And we'll say, everybody know where the book's at now. And I did put Chapter 1 up there. It's right there. You can get them all. Yeah, I'll get the rest to you later. Okay, now the course files. Under D2L, actually, first of all, let me start at the home page here. The home page is where I put news items. I put them up there whenever I need to tell you something. Like I think the other day I had up there, wasn't really sure which book I was going to use, and until I changed it to the actual ISBN number. You can dismiss these by clicking the X. That doesn't delete them, it just dismisses them. Then you have to go to the news page to see them again or something. But I do put stuff up here. And I've also found that if a bunch of people ask me the same question, I'll email it to the entire class or put it up here as well. So, okay. So on the page, there's the news page. Here's the content page. There's not a lot up here yet because as of this weekend, I was just figuring out which book I wanted to use, and I said there was none. In the past, this course taught Perl, PHP, ASP, and JavaScript, I think. It was like you had a couple weeks in each. But you didn't really learn any of them in great detail. So that's why we're switching to Python. I hope you all are okay with that. You don't really have a choice. That's what it is. Alright. Syllabus and course schedule are up there. I just happen to have them printed out here. We're going to look through these real quick. Today we're going to do more of an introduction. Then next class period I'm going to start lecturing on Chapter 1. Alright. Now the syllabus here. Get out of this stupid... How do I get rid of this side window? Go away! Anyone know how to get rid of it? There's normally a little arrow you click or something, isn't there? That's going to close the whole thing. That was a bad idea, Cameron. If y'all don't know, this is Cameron. He works in my office. So, and if you don't know me, I'm actually the director of cybersecurity here. Does everybody know me? Maybe heard of me, saw me. I always have cool shirts on most of the time, so much better than y'all's. Okay. Real quick story behind my shirts. I'm working on my PhD out of Florida, and quite a few years ago, I was down there going to school. And at the end of the school, we were going on a cruise. That was me and Eileen. Eileen Dewey was my ex-wife. She was my wife at the time. So basically, we flew our kids in at the last day of school so that we could pick them at the airport, hop on a cruise ship, and go. Well, we were kind of rushed, so I was like, okay, I'm going to check us out of the hotel. You grab the clothes, suitcases, and meet me at the car. We'll go. So Eileen and the kids grabbed the suitcases and the clothes. I checked this out, met him up front, hopped on, got onto the boat. Where's all my clothes? She goes, I just grabbed the suitcase. She's one of those who doesn't unpack. She lives out of the suitcase. I'm one of those that unpacks. So she grabbed the suitcase. All my clothes were still in the hotel. So I'm on a cruise ship with nothing but a shorts and a t-shirt, so I bought a lot of Hawaiian shirts. Heck, I was on a cruise. So, and I've just liked them ever since. So that's the whole deal behind Hawaiian shirts. Okay. All right. The course syllabus. Now, the class description or course description says we're going to teach you multiple languages. That's actually what's in the catalog. That will be changing. The catalog actually changed a whole bunch this year, but we didn't get everything changed yet. So, but we are doing Python in here. Okay? My name's Ken Dewey. I'm the director of cybersecurity, networking, whatever. My office is room 131. My office hours, I put them up here, plus they're on my door. There's my phone number, my email address, and my fax number. Does anyone actually use fax still? Few people do, but not so much. All right. There's a prerequisite for this course of Intro to Programming. I think that will be going away. But someone actually asked me the question over the weekend, do I need that course? The answer is, do you need it? No. Would it benefit you? Yes. It's a very good course on logic. Makes you think logically. Okay? So, anyone have that course yet? A couple of you, I'm assuming, did. A couple of you did. Okay. It's a good course. I'm going to necessarily need it, but it would be beneficial if you had it. Okay. So this is 1203 script programming. It's a 3-hour course. We will be meeting on Mondays and Wednesdays in this room. Okay. You do need an internet access because all my content's online. I don't print anything. Why waste trees? If you want to copy the syllabus, print it. There's a printer in the back of the room. Hit print, it'll print. It's not a big deal. I just don't believe in printing them for everybody. It's a waste. Normally, I have an entire semester. I do might print one thing. That's about it. So, all right. Oops, I forgot to change the delivery method. This course is actually being taught in the classroom this semester. Sorry, I took my other syllabus and modified it. If you want to complete this course online, that's totally fine with me. Okay. I'll still be lecturing twice a week in here and recording it and putting recordings online. So if you want to complete it online, that's fine. If you decide to complete it online but want to come here once in a while, that's fine. If you decide to complete it online and want to come see me with questions, that's fine. So any way you want to do it. Because our entire program has been approved for online delivery. I don't know if you knew that. And all mine are recorded, just not everybody's is. Okay? All right. There is the textbook. Again, I don't know if that's the right ISBN number because I showed there's 3 of them. It's probably the one on the main page of the D2L page. But since I'm going to kind of give you the content anyway, you really don't have to buy it. Okay? All right. You need Python for this course. Does everybody have a computer at home? Does anyone not have a computer? No one's going to admit it. Okay. Python is platform independent, which means it runs on Windows, it runs on Linux, it runs on Mac, it runs on everything. And, I teach Java as well. Java is also platform independent, but not exactly the same. Okay? Java, like some of the editors for Java that you get for a Mac, aren't the same that you can use on Windows. Some are, but some aren't. Python is the same on both. I mean, I literally have it installed at home, have it installed here, and it's identical. All right. The outcomes, the objectives and outcomes will be changing as well. I just don't have the textbook to update them yet. But we're just going to talk about the language. We're going to understand how it works. We're going to talk about the data structures of the language, classes. We're going to be writing programs in here, just all kinds of stuff. Okay? All right, you're going to do some assignments and take 2 tests. That's it. No discussions are required. No quizzes are required. So, all right, I'm going to grade you 50-50. 50% for programming, 50% for exams. It's weighted. I don't go by points. Sorry, I just do 50%. All right, and A is 90-100, so on and so forth there. The last day to withdraw from this course is November 14th, which is a very long way away. But if you need to drop, that's the time you can do it, and you'll get a W.
That's my birthday.
So drop by your birthday, did you? You can actually drop up until next Friday and get all your money back. So it's up to you. See how it goes. All right. The final, so it must be completed by December 10th. I am not sure yet as if I'll either have you do it in the classroom or do it at home. I don't know yet. I will let you know prior to that point. Okay? So I'll probably let you just do it at home. But I will definitely let you know. Light work is not accepted. Okay? Just do the work. It's not a big deal. Okay? There's not any work up there to do yet, but it'll be up there for next class period. Okay? If you have a valid reason, that's fine. Get with me. If you have a disability letter, that's fine as well. But get with me. Bring me the letter. I had a student in the spring semester, or was it summer? No, summer. Brought me the disability letter after I submitted grades. I'm, of course, totally over. They failed. And they said, oh, I was supposed to have extra time on everything. I'm like, it's not a backwards thing. The disability letter, I'll do whatever it says, but I need it first. You can't bring it to me later. Okay? So if you got any issues, just get with me. I just don't like stuff late. Just do it when it's due. Okay? If you have to withdraw, you have to withdraw. I'm not going to withdraw you, but next week I will do what's called an academic withdrawal. If I don't see you, if you don't do anything in D2L, come to class, I'm going to withdraw you. The whole point of that is financial aid. The way it worked, if you failed a course or never went to a course but got financial aid, the government would actually go to Rose State and want their money back. Like, say you got a Pell Grant for this course, never came to class. So we pay you the money, you never show up, and you fail. The federal government goes to Rose State and said, hey, I want my money back. So now what we do is an academic withdrawal at the end of week 2. And at that point, that's right before money gets dispersed. So if you haven't shown up or haven't done anything by week 2, we just drop you. Okay. I don't like doing incompletes. I do very few of them. If you do an incomplete with me, you have to have a substantial portion of the class completed. It says it in here. It says students should have satisfactorily completed a substantial portion of the coursework. Okay. I had a student this summer needs an incomplete. That's fine. But I will change it to an F if you don't complete the work. A lot of instructors don't. What you can do is you can go to them and get an I, and it stays an I for the rest of its life, and it doesn't affect your GPA. No, if you get an I with me and you don't complete the work, it converts to an F. So I don't like giving those out. Okay, there's disabilities. If you have a disability, go see Janet Griffith in the Learning Resource Center, which is down at the library. Y'all know the school's under construction right now? Like half of social science is in this building right now. And is it the end of the fall or in the spring they're doing the library? Do you remember, Cameron? Okay, they're going to be redoing the library. They're putting a coffee bar in there. There's just a lot of stuff going on this campus. So you might have to look different places for people. Like I think social sciences office right now is in the old health science building up by Huderberg Drive. So it's just everywhere. Okay. Don't cheat in here. Do your own work. Some of the stuff, like your first program, yeah, you're going to turn in the same thing as everybody else. It's basically Hello World. But as we get farther down the line, the programs need to be your own. Okay? Don't just copy it off the web, because if you can find it on the web, I can find it on the web. Not good. Since plagiarism means using the thoughts, ideas, words, phrases, or research of another person or source as your own without giving them credit. Don't do that. Not a good thing. Okay? If you get caught cheating on something, I'll give you a 0. So, just don't do it. Every semester we get so many people cheating. It's weird. Alright. Everybody okay with the syllabus? What we're going to be doing in this course? Pretty basic stuff. Now let's look at the course schedule. This is very detailed. Lots of information in it. Basically, I put the dates. I'm covering the course introduction today to show you how all this is going to work. We're actually going to see where to get Python and how to install it and how to get it to work a little bit. But I'm going to start lecture on Chapter 1 next week. Okay. You will have an assignment, which I will assign next week. It's going to be Hello World. Y'all know what Hello World is? Okay, is this anyone's very first programming class? Should be a couple of you. A couple of you? Okay. Hello World is a program you can pretty much do in any language. It's just to make sure it works. Okay? And let me show you this really cool website. If you've never seen it, you definitely need to write this website down. It's very handy. It's called Google. It's pretty nice. It knows everything. Literally, everything. Did you know everything you search on Google is recorded? Did you know that? A few years back, we had the Postal Inspector General come speak to our cybersecurity group. He talked about mail fraud. And a few years earlier, he was talking about a Chase Bank thing where someone mailed anthrax to Chase Banks. It wasn't real, but it was just a fake anthrax thing. The way they caught him was the Postal Inspector General asked Google, is there any computer in the world that searched for all these banks' addresses? And there was one at the University of Arizona. One computer in the University of Arizona searched for every bank name all at the same time. They tracked it down to a lab computer and ended up catching the guy. It was because then he went right around the area because they knew it happened from Fort Worth. They found he rented a car from Arizona and drove to Fort Worth. But it doesn't mean Google's just going to give it out, but if police want it, they can get it. They store it forever. So those of you surfing porn at home, they know. No. Okay, I'm going to type in just Hello World. Okay, and I just thought this was amazing. I don't like Wikipedia. I don't know if any of you like Wikipedia, but it's not. It's one of those for quick information that's probably wrong. But it's just some quick information. Well, I went here, Hello World, and they showed it. Oh, come on. Is this? Yeah, they showed Hello World in every language. I'm like, awesome. See, look how much code it takes in Java. You see this? All that's the code to print Hello World in Java. Now let's get to Python. Oh, it's long. It's 1. So which one's easier? If you had to write just Hello World, obviously Python. Now, JavaScript is kind of misleading because it looks like it's one line as well. But that's one line on a properly formatted web page installed on a web server. So that's kind of cheating. Okay? But they have every language. Look at that. Okay? Assembly language. That's not even correct. It's not. Oh, okay. That's all. Okay, it is all there. I didn't see the rest. Look at that in assembly language. Isn't that amazing? That's the print Hello World. Y'all know what assembly language is? That's like Matrix type stuff. You watch the movie Matrix? That's what that is. It's very low level. It's right next to machine code is what it is. You're actually manipulating the registers. That's what the push and the pop and all that is. You're actually storing stuff in the actual registers. Kind of fun. But I just saw this page. I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. And see, even this visualbasic.net is cheating as well, because you can't just run that. It has to be inside of an entire program. Then it has to be executed. Okay, Perl, same thing. That's been a website, but Python's pretty darn short. So I thought that was pretty good. There's a page even with more options on it, but this has most. All right, so let's continue on. But tell you again, I'm just talking about the course introduction. I will update this. I was kind of hoping to get the book in. It's just a lot easier for me to schedule. I actually have something I can look at. Okay, this one's going to take about 2 sessions and that kind of stuff. We have 2 breaks this semester. We're having a break October 16th and 17th, which is a Thursday and a Friday, I think. And then November 26th through 28th, okay, for Thanksgiving. The November week, I'm going out of town. I'm going to Universal Studios. So I will be leaving probably that Wednesday, so I'll put it in the schedule. I won't have class that day. Okay. So, but I will update this, and there's going to be 2 exams. Again, I just copied this one from another one, so the yellow ones don't meet anything yet. I just didn't change those yet. Okay. But I will update this. The assignments will be up there and when they're due and all that stuff. Okay. So, all right. So there's our course schedule. Where's our page here? I also have my office hours up here on my door. We also have tutors available. I don't know if we have a tutor in Python, but if you need help, I could probably find someone to help you. I mean, it's that easy. The cool thing about programming is if you're good in one language, you can do it in any language. It's kind of like, if you know English, is it really that hard to learn Spanish? It's not. You might think it is, but it's not. Just go get a Rosetta Stone and you're good. So same with programming. If you're good in Java, you can do Python or you can do C. It might take you a few days. Way back when I was in the military, this guy approached me. He wanted a program written. There's a trucking company called Trucks for You. Trucks, the number 4 U. There's this trucking company all over the United States. They approached me and needed a program written in a weekend to connect and download GPS data every so many minutes. They needed it written in Visual Basic. I had never touched Visual Basic in my life. So I went home Friday, learned Visual Basic real quick, wrote the program over the weekend, sold it to him, made $700. I was like, sweet. So once you know one language really well, you can do another one. They're not that difficult. Okay. All right. So my office hours. Monday and Friday, I'm here from 7 to 4. Obviously, I teach this class from 12:30 to 1:45. Okay. Tuesdays, I have a nighttime class. I have a 5:40 class. I teach cryptography or computer security. Wednesday, again, I'm here, same as Monday. I like to make my schedule different. See, like Monday, so I go to the gym sometime between 7 and B. Okay, do anyone have a clue what that is? Someone's got to know. It's hexadecimal. See, it's base 16. So it's all on there. And it's like Friday, I will be here for 6 mod 2 hours. So by the time you get done with the cybersecurity program, you should know what all this means. Now, is there anyone here cybersecurity majors? There should be a few of you. Most of you. Who's not a cybersecurity major? Just one of you? 2 of you? Okay. What majors are you? Graphic design and programming? Okay, yeah. All right, well, that's good. If I do cover something like this not toward your major and you got questions, please just come and ask me about it. I'm here a lot on the weekends. I was actually here all day Saturday and Sunday. So if you've got questions, want to come see me, that's totally fine. I do recommend calling just for some reason if I'm not here that weekend. But yeah, I'll be here for 2 to the 3rd hours on Saturday and Sunday. What's 2 to the 3rd, anybody? Not 9.
16.
No, not 16.
8.
8, there you go. 2 times 2 times 2.
Yeah, okay.
2 to the 3rd is 2 times 2 times 2. Okay. But one thing I've done, actually for quite a few years now, I try to make you learn different things. And if you learn something, I make you use it in different classes. And it really freaks people out, but it makes you remember stuff. I'm like, hey, like when I teach forensics, I tell them to scan a specific Class C network. Don't explain what a Class C network is. Because you should have learned that intro to networks. And it really drives people crazy, but it makes them go back and, oh, wait a minute, I remember learning about that, and you learn it again. See, our brains are nothing but search engines. Sometimes it's not like Google. Sometimes it's like Yahoo and can't find a darn thing. So the whole point is I make you learn stuff and use it again later on. So, like in computer security, cryptography, you're going to have to write a program. Now, probably in Java, maybe in Python. I don't know exactly what language we're going to do it in, but you ever script programming?
Yes.
It's not like you're late or anything.
My schedule was wrong. I went to like room 205 or something.
It should have been 211.
What?
It should have said 211.
It said like 205 on mine, but it says script programming, and it just said staff. So I walked into to the wrong class, and I was sitting there for like an hour, and they're like, "Now let's start with Java," and I'm like, "I've already done Java."
Yeah, I've had that happen before. I've had people. Everybody is in here for script programming, aren't they? I've literally had people come for multiple lectures, and finally they're like, "I don't understand. I thought I was learning X, Y, Z." I'm like, "Wrong place, people. Wrong place." All right. So, but if you would like to come visit me on Saturday and Sunday, that's fine. I like working weekends because it's usually deserted and it's so quiet. I get so much more work done. But that doesn't mean I can't help you. I freaked a couple people out yesterday. They were emailing me Sunday afternoon. I was replying instantly. They're like, "Why are you answering so quickly?" Because I'm up here and there's nothing going on. So I'm also working on my dissertation for my PhD. And that's why it's very hard to focus on that when I got students coming in every 5 minutes and 100 people in the office. So, all right. If I'm not around, Cameron, this guy right here, works in my office. So he says he's here from noon to 5. I don't know. He's usually here a little earlier and stays a little bit later. But if you ever have questions, you can come see him, especially about the grant that he's paid here to help manage the grant. Nolan Merlot is also a tutor, mainly in Java. He could probably do Python as well. I just haven't asked him yet. But if you need help, ask. And that's all I can say. It's when you don't ask that you don't get help. Okay. Important dates are up here at the top. Classes start August 18th. Last day of the refund is August 29th. Final exams, last day of the semester, all that. It's all listed on my schedule. Okay. That is posted on my door. It's also posted under the classroom area. Okay. Now let's go back here. Table of contents. Okay. Now, what I will be doing is I will be putting all the course materials in here, and all the assignments are going to be in here. It's going to look similar to, let me show you a different class. Come on, let's go to, this is my cryptography course. This one's all finished. I've taught that one a million times. Like on week 1, come on. I'll put the lecture and the recording of the lecture. Lecture 2 and the recording of the lecture. I put the practice assignment, the actual assignment. So yours will be done the same way. You'll have the assignment, you have the recording, all that's going to be on there. Now, if you want to find recordings, if you go to YouTube, and if you can search by my name, that'll give you some of my stuff. There's actually a lot of it in here. Your best way, though, is to search by the course number. Now, this course is not there yet, because I haven't put any up there yet. But, for instance, there's my cryptography course. There's all the lectures. Just put in the course number with no spaces. It finds it better. Because if you put in spaces, it kind of brings up a lot more stuff. Then you'll find all the lectures. So if you plan on taking any of my other courses, they're all up there. There's tons of them. So, okay. All right, and like Java. You know, if you ever want to know about Java, there's a bunch up there too. There's the entire Java books up there. So, all right. So everybody know where it is on YouTube now. All right. You can subscribe to it, and I guess when you subscribe, anytime I post a video, you'll know about it. Is that how that works? Okay. So I'll post videos probably weekly. Well, probably after every lecture. Okay. All right. So let's go back to this course. Has anyone found D2L yet? Well, let's see who hasn't. No one's going to admit it. Don't look at the numbers. Aha, there's a few of you. Sam Fisher is not logged in yet. Jonathan hasn't logged in yet. Elizabeth? Am I close? Close? Yeah. Elizabeth. Okay, how do you pronounce it? Elizabeth. Oh, just, okay, Elizabeth. Okay, what I'm going to do is when I do my AWs, if you've never logged in, you're getting dropped. So log in. Okay, just log in there and we'll be good from there. But yeah, but I can see that. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but I can see when you open a quiz. I can see when you watch a written assignment. Like, I can actually see. I just have to find it. Well, it's another place, but I can see when you look, and it amazes me. Like, say I'm recording this today. Then there's going to be somebody in this class that's going to ask me a question that was in the recording and they didn't watch it. It's like, I can see exactly who watches the recordings. I just got to find it. They moved it. I just got to find where the darn thing's at. But it's in there somewhere. I'll find it. But okay. Any questions so far? Yes, sir.
Are we using Python 3.0?
Yeah, we will be using Python 3. There is a difference between Python 2 and Python 3. Okay? But I have installed 3.4.1. Okay? I'm glad you said that because we're going to see where to get it from.
Also, I'm unable to log into the Windows user.
Okay. Did you try the password with password 1?
I did.
Oh, no, wait. No, I'm sorry. It's not password 1. It's your birthday. Isn't it the birthday?
Would the username be my name?
Yeah, it would be your first two numbers and then first two letters and then your number. Like KD, whatever the number is. Okay? See if you can get in there. Is everybody else logged in okay? Okay. If not, we can send you down and get your password reset. Is he getting in now? Hopefully. But if you go to python.org, you can download Python right here. If you don't have it at home, you need it. Or else you're going to have to come up to the lab. Yet I've installed it on Windows. I've installed it on Mac. And I was going to record the installation of it, but it's literally like run, next, done. It's very boring. No configuration required. Okay? So python.org is where you get it from. If you click on download, here's the part you have to figure out on your own. Are you running Windows or a Mac? You all know the difference. Okay. Say you're running Windows, you just click on Windows. And here's all the different versions. Okay? In this room, we have 3.4.1 installed, which is the very top section. But now, there is a change between Python 2 and Python 3. Either one will work, but for instance, the print method is different in Python 3, which I'll show you what the difference is. Okay? So, for your house, if you got Windows, just install 3.4.1. I don't think you can run both simultaneously, because I think when I had the earlier version on it, when I installed this one, it removed the old one. Pretty sure. But just click on the release here. Download it. It's right. Come on, where's the download? There it is. Download right here. Go to the download page for the download, and it's right there. There's for Mac, 64-bit or 32, and there's Windows right there. Okay? Okay, does everybody know what a x86 is? That's a 386. Most of you most likely have 64-bit machines. x86 is 32-bit. Okay? You want, this one would be good. x86 64, that means it'll work with both. So for Windows, pick that bottom one. Okay, download it and go next. It's really pretty simple. You just download it right there, save it somewhere. It's not hard to do. Okay? If you have any problems with it, let me know. If you got a Mac, just download this one. Unless you got some super crazy old Mac, then you need that one. There's probably this one. It should be a DMG file, which it is. Then we got a Mac in here? Just one of you? Two of you? Okay. What's it telling you? Oh, you might not have the ability to save it on these machines. Oh, on your laptop, you mean?
Yeah. It says the security preference allows installation of only apps.
Okay, right-click on it and then say open. Because on a Mac, when you download something, it doesn't want you to install it if you got it off the web. You either have to change your security preferences to lower your security level, or right-click and say open. And you might have to do it like 2 or 3 times, because it's like the third time it finally lets you. Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's kind of weird like that, and it drives me crazy. You download something, sorry, you can't do this. I'm like, oh, right click and do it. Okay, but just download it, install it, and we're going to see how it works. All right, so is everybody with me so far? All right. Once you install it, you should have a couple different options. Okay. Here's Python 3.4. It looks the same on Mac. It's under your applications. You have idle, which is the GUI. It's named after, it's not Eric Geiger. I can't think but the name, but we'll see that when we get into chapter 1. Or the command line. They're both the same. I actually opened both of them to show you. There's the command line. Here's the GUI. Okay, I mean, they're the same. One's black, one's white. I mean, they're not that different. Okay, and this is Python. What this means right here is we're ready. Can anyone, I don't know if I can, let me see if I can make this font bigger. Font. Let's go Courier New. Let's bring it up to... That didn't do a darn thing, did it? Courier New. Oh, sorry, this is the size. I did the wrong one. Let's go 18. Put this back down to 4. That better? Maybe 20? If I make it too big, I won't be able to type. That help those of you in the back? Okay. So what this means is Python is ready for input at this point. Python's running. It's basically saying, feed me. Okay? Now, what's cool about Python is you can just do like 5 divided by 2. I mean, it's so easy. You don't have to do all this other junk. You can just tell it to do something. And for your first program, which I have not put up there yet, will be Hello World. It's pretty tough. Now, if you had Python 2, you would just say Hello World. That's it. You're done. Hit enter. But Python 3 has changed that slightly. Python 3, you need bracket, parentheses. What? Oh, didn't like praying? Come on. Come on. And if you go back to the prior line, you can copy, which I'll show you more next time. Hello World's pretty simple. It's literally print hello world. But don't turn that in yet. I didn't tell you to do that yet. So what I'd like you all to do, go home and get this working. Go home so when you do 5 divided by 2, you get a number. That's all I want you to do. Okay? You could also do integer division, but we'll talk more about that next time. Let me get into chapter 1. So everybody with me so far? Python.org. Download, Windows or Mac.
You can't download that one for these computers.
They're already on there.
Oh.
Yeah, they're already installed in here because you guys don't have the ability to install the app, so I had them install them. If y'all want to try it, see if you can get it working. We got a couple minutes. See if anyone can get them to work in this room. Be nice, okay? So I'm going to stop this recording right now. Then we're just going to make sure you get it working. Then class is going to be over, okay? So I'm going to stop the recording and save it.